Hi, I'm Bill Shoden, Senior Vice President of Culinary Operations for Flick.
I'm Jeffrey Cavanaugh, Regional Executive Chef for Flick Hospitality.
We're here today to talk about July's innovation and market fair, which is Korean chicken. Chef Jeff is going to take us through the preparation of the chicken. The chicken is the important part of Korean chicken. In your packet, you're going to see 3 or 4 different ways to prepare it, but it really comes down to the ingredients and the way you cook and prepare the chicken, and Jeff's going to take us through that.
For the preparation of the Korean chicken, but first I want to touch base on the Korean chicken. It's one of the hottest things out there right now. In New York City, we have the Mamafukos that kind of really started the trend, and they're popping up in all the major cities across the country. The most important thing is the preparation, but also the ingredients. There's 2 main things that you're going to need. We have the Korean chili powder, which is very important. It may be tough to find in some areas in the country. If you have trouble finding it, you could substitute a 50-50 mix of cayenne and paprika, which would give it a similar flavor. Also, what you really want to look for is the gochujang, which is a Korean barbecue. It's sweet and spicy. If you cannot find this, Flick does have the sweet and spicy Korean barbecue sauce recipe available in the web nutrition, which is also in the packet. That's made using the Korean chili paste. Okay, so we're going to go over the preparation of the Korean fried chicken. First off, you want to start with thigh meat. You definitely do not want to use the chicken breast because it's going to dry out and it's not going to give it that juicy, crispy appeal that you're looking for with the Korean chicken. So the day before, you're going to want to marinate your chicken thighs in garlic, ginger, and salt overnight. And then when you come in the following day, we're going to make our brine for the chicken. And basically that's a cup of, it's some flour, cornstarch, water, and then we're going to put some pre-measured items. We have our pepper, salt, ginger, granulated garlic, granulated onion, and then one of the most important items is the Korean chili powder. So you can make this in a big batch and divide it into 2, because essentially you're going to make a batter out of this and then later dredge it through the same process. So you make your product, split it into 2, and then you're going to add your water. Kind of comes out to a thin pancake consistency. You mix that up. And basically, once you're done mixing that, you're going to take your marinated thighs and you're going to put it in the batter for at least an hour. 2 hours is preferred, 4 hours is the best. If you could get in there for 4 hours, you're looking really good. So once you get your chicken for your minimum of 2 hours into your batter, we're going to take the chicken out. And this is where the other half of your cornstarch flour mix comes into play. We're going to take our chickens out. And basically, you don't want to dredge those in the mixture. And it's going to kind of, you know, pile up on you, but that's what you want because that's going to give it that nice crispy texture once we fry it. So the other important part to this preparation is once you get to this step, you're going to want to place all your chicken thighs on a baker's rack, which I've done earlier. They usually come in a larger version, but for this we have the small one. So you're going to want to put this in your walk-in box for at least an hour or 2 to let it really dry out. And what this does is it allows our chicken to become nice and crispy once we fry it in our fryer. So we're going to take you through the cooking process of the Korean fried chicken now. This has been in the brine for 2 hours, and then we dredged it in the flour. It's been drying out on our racks for another hour, 2 hours in the walk-in box. We're going to fry it. I have our fryer at 350. You're going to want to cook this till it's nice and golden brown. And most likely, because it's going to be a very popular item, you're going to have to fry these to golden brown, put them back on our racks, clean racks, to finish them in the oven. And it's going to be important to have them on the racks because you don't want the bottom to get soggy if it's straight on the sheet pan. In the larger accounts, you're going to probably want to cook 24 to 48 of these. Finish them off in your oven. And as you'll see in our next step, you're going to brush it with the gochujang and hold them in your hot box. Okay, so our chicken's been in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes now at 350. We're going to pull it out. It's a very nice golden brown, and you're going to want to make sure that you take your HACCP auditor and check your internal temperature. Okay, we're reading 172, so we're in the clear. You want to make sure you hit the 165 mark. After you've done that, you're going to want to take your Korean barbecue, and I personally like to use the brush, and brush it on there. And you're going to keep it on the rack, that way you have any excess barbecue, it's going to drip down. You're going to want to grab some tongs, flip it over. And as you can see, now that I've flipped it, that it's nice and crispy on both sides because we used the rack to finish cooking it. We're going to go through the sandwich setup. You're going to want to start with a nice brioche bun with sesame seeds and toast it on your griddle with some butter if you have the opportunity to. And then your next step is going to be a little cilantro lime mayonnaise, which is also in the packet. From there, you're going to want to grab a piece of your Korean barbecue glazed chicken. We're going to top it with a little of the pickled vegetable slaw, which is also in the packet. You know, you could offer lettuce. Some people may want it, some people may not. And that's pretty much your finished sandwich. Okay? Your next step is you're going to want to do a couple of Korean flick chips, which is also in the packet. Lightly dusted with the Korean chili powder when they come out of the fryer. And we have a Korean cucumber salad as a little side option today. Oop. And there you have it.